I started this play. One of the things that this kid Chin talks about is how I have the play's acts open with the mewing of kittens. And, you know, that's an interesting thing. You know, it's something that's
I think this is one of his best points, is the improvisation in it. It shows how different it would be on stage versus as read.
Yeah, and this is one of the things in writing, too, is...
and that it would require a part track.
Right. Well, if for example, suppose I had done with the dramatis personae section like I do in the credits sections of most of my books and put it at the end, a lot of these things would have a different feel to it. That Marina Morales thing, we know there's a Marina Morales in the play because we read the dramatis personae, but we have no idea who she is or what have you until she has this enormous soliloquy. So that's another thing to kind of play with is in the two plays that I finished and the one I'm writing now too is I don't give a shit about what sets are. The sets look like. I say, you know, if you want to show something as a bar, just use 2 sawhorses and a plank. It doesn't matter. That's not the important thing. It's what these characters are saying. If I want to, you know, I'll have an adult actor playing Danny Wagner or some other character, but when Danny goes back to being 12 years old in the second play, you'll see there's going to be an adult actor playing the 11-year-old Danny sitting at the children's table in a little seat, which is going to be funny. But then I have later on Uncle Joe, which is based upon my real-life Uncle Jack, a guy who's 6'3", who was, in my eyes, enormous when I was growing up, by far the tallest member of my family's family. He sits down because he's got this harridan wife. He sits down at the children's table when she tells him, either sit at this children's table or support me. So he sits down at the children's table. So he recapitulates within the diegetic universe what we see extra diegetically, because those characters look at the 11-year-old Danny played by the adult as being a child. They see nothing wrong. There's also, for example, scenes where the Jessica character, the Danny character is standing with Jessica analyzing the play and answering the characters in the play, but they don't hear him. And Jessica says, no, you dummy, you have to sit down and be inside the play. You're outside the play. So Danny has to walk down to the table and sit with the kids again before they can hear him. And the characters think he's being fresh by not answering, but he's outside the diegetic universe that they don't realize they're in. So these are these kinds of things where it's not just being cutesy and being, see, I'm being meta, I'm David Foster Wallace, I'm a fucking genius. It's actually doing the hard work that a motherfucker like that never wanted to do. That people like him or Pynchon, they want to get all these accolades just by preening, not actually doing the hard work. You have to go in with and do the hard work. You have to take the forms that you're working with, the art form, and you have to twist it, you have to weld it, you have to bang it, you have to mold it, you have to do all of these things that most people don't want to do the hard work in doing.